Okay, let's get into goals. There's a huge mistake that people make when they're starting out with their influencer marketing program, and that's basically not knowing what they want to accomplish or what does success mean. They haven't planned out how they're going to work through this whole project, so they end up burning through influencer relationships, overspending on money, and eventually being just burnt out and demotivated from the idea of even attempting to grow the partnerships program. Of course, we don't want that to be you, so let's get you through this series of videos and make sure you're super successful, shall we? Before you set a specific goal, you need to make sure that you're ready to accomplish that goal. So, for example, if your objective is to make influencer marketing one of your first acquisition channels, you really need to do testing on things like, does your website work properly, and can customers check out easily and figure out what they're supposed to do once they get on the site? If you haven't figured those things out, influencer marketing of course isn't going to work for you. If you're a bigger company, maybe scaling to 10 million or 100 million in revenue, and influencer marketing is a contribution to that, then you need to make sure that, for example, the legal team is cool with this and that accounting understands that you're going to be paying out influencers and they understand how you do that. You're going to want to make sure at the end of the day that this is aligned with the rest of the business around you. Okay, that's enough of prerequisite to-dos. Let's jump into setting your goals. You can take a very PR-focused approach to influencer marketing and focus on things like brand awareness, share of voice, impressions, but we're going to focus on hard metrics for this video series. That's so you can really get ROI tracking down and make sure you're measuring things properly while optimizing over time. So what do you practically need to do to set a great goal? Let's say you're an e-commerce company selling coffee and coffee accessories, that kind of thing. First thing you need to do is understand what the company is trying to accomplish. This quarter, this year, this decade. What is the company moving towards, and what are the kind of hard objectives that you can actually contribute to? Make sure that you've considered whether or not you can reasonably get this done with all the constraints of budget and time and so on. So when you pick a goal, make sure it'll make you proud when you hit it, but that you can accomplish it. In relation to that quarterly or annual goal, consider your actual contribution, what's necessary for you to fulfill. Of course, there's other channels in the marketing mix that are gonna add new customers, new revenue, and so on. So what's a slice of that that you could contribute without having to take on the whole thing, obviously? So let's say our e-commerce company wants to add 10 million in revenue, and that 7.5 million is handled from other acquisition channels like door-to-door sales or Google ads maybe. That leaves you with 2.5 million that you need to contribute for the year. We can start to break that down further and understand our influencer milestones a bit more clearly. So for example, if we know that our checkout value of an average customer is about $50, then we need 25,000 new customers from influencer marketing. So if we're going to work with creators around the 50,000 follower mark and we assume that they're going to convert around 500 customers a year on average, that could be a conservative estimate, but still 500 customers per year on average means we know we need to recruit 100 creators this year. Already this is starting to feel a lot more achievable, right? And if you go even just one small step further, you might realize that means you only need to recruit 2 influencers per week. Not so bad. Those numbers obviously don't factor in every single little variability in your program. For example, some creators might stop converting and you need to churn them out and find new partners to fill in the gaps. But if you're feeling uncertain, you can always just add a little buffer to your number of creators needed. For brands who are just starting out and all of this numbers mumbo jumbo feels very high level and difficult to grasp because you're not quite sure what you can expect, then think about it this way. You just need this channel to work. If you can get this one acquisition channel to work, then a lot of your problems and concerns are going to be solved. So think about what that means. Define the word work for you. What does success look like? What does it feel like? What would be good enough for you to continue to invest your personal time and your effort into this channel? Pick that goal, work backwards from there. So let's sum up what we've learned so far. Now you know that what you have to do is align your objectives with your company's higher level goals and break it down from there. What's your contribution to the company's high level goals? How many creators do you possibly need to accomplish that? And are you ready to really tackle this challenge? If so, then see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and I hope this was useful. Bye.